Air Force Special Award for Legion Leaders for dedicated to defending this nation. Today, U.S. Air Force would like to congratulate all of the athletes for their dedication and hard work throughout the year to win the championship. And show this out an exclusive volleyball here now for the main concourse. And on behalf of the Southern League and the University members, and in the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courageously, and use language to refer to conduct and acceptable and love. The families are able to sexist comments and changing actions directed at student athletes who deserve to put on a solid. Let's give the student athletes and fellow fans the respect they deserve.
What a treat we have for you on this Sunday afternoon in the Mile High City. Welcome inside Hamilton Gymnasium. It is the Summit League Championship, the finale here. An NCAA tournament berth is at stake. The Omaha Mavericks and the Denver Pioneers, one of these teams, taking home a trophy and going to the NCAA tournament. There's head coach Tom Hogan for the Pioneers. He's in his 4th year and done a terrific job. And in his 1st year for the Omaha Mavericks, Matt Buttermore also doing a terrific job. And we appreciate you being on the Summit League broadcast with us alongside Megan Slade. I'm Brad Thompson. Megan, how about this? Doesn't get any better.
Oh my gosh, talk about an upset yesterday by Omaha defeating the #1 seed South Dakota. Both teams today, though, have stellar offenses, so I think it's really going to come down to defensive play today and also forced errors.
The Pioneers are the #2 seed, and that's because of a 13-3 Summit League record. They finished in 2nd place, hence the #2 seed. The Mavericks are the surprise team here. They're the #4 seed, and they had a 10-6 Summit League record, which is very good. The surprising part is they took down the South Dakota Coyotes in 4 sets yesterday in the semifinal round, and 3 of those sets going to extra time and extra points, which was unbelievable. So they're playing with a ton of confidence here, the Omaha Mavericks. We've got great crowd support here for both teams, the Pioneers and the Pioneers. We are getting talked to by the referee right now. Sorry about that. The official was talking to us here. They don't usually ask for our opinion. Mostly, I would give it to them during the game, Megan, if
I look
they
like
want.
a deer in headlights right there.
Yeah, that was Patty Rolfe is the up official that was asking us, and the down official is Rob Livingston as we are underway here. That was a confusing moment there as the first point goes to the Mavericks.
Confusing start, too, for this set here with a net violation. Quick point there for the Mavericks.
Up official asking us about a photographer that we don't know about, but was unclear there. 2 points in a row. Both of these teams very good from the service line. They get their other team's opponents out of system there. And right now, Sammy Clarkson, and first team All-Summit League performer for Sammy Clarkson, the freshman from Omaha, Concordia High School product. And another tough serve and an overpass, and just like that, 3-0 Omaha. Surprising start. The Pioneers very good at home, but right now Omaha with all the momentum right off the bat.
And this is one of those things, Brad, you have to make sure that you don't have errors. This is a championship game. You cannot have errors in this game, especially against a team like Omaha, who, like you said, has so much confidence coming into this match.
Kalea Faubert able to pick up the kill, and she's a terrific freshman for the Pioneers, able to find the floor right there. Faubert, the outside hitter, freshman from Parker, Colorado. Bartalo, the Summit League Player of the Year, and those awards coming out on Thursday night. Faubert had that one blocked, but Carabine trying to keep it alive. The Pioneers able to make it happen. You got Faubert, Bo, Amanda Green, Macy Carabine, Ellie Anderson, and Lydia Bartalo out there. Carabine doing what she does best, coming up with a dig. Faubert plays that one into the near corner. Easy play there. Here's a big swing. Was there contact? Point to Omaha. Touch there by Denver. 4-1.
And you can see the replay there. There was contact there at the net by the Pioneers.
Sadie Limbach, the sophomore, first team All-Summit League performer, picks up the kill as Courtney Moorhead is back serving. That one too deep. Service error by the Mavs. As you would imagine in a championship match, a number of terrific players on both teams, stars across the board. Omaha with 4 first-team All-Summit League performers. Pioneers with 2, but they have the Summit League Player of the Year. Tina Bowe with a diving effort. She's one of the first-team All-Summit League performers for Denver. Anderson trying to keep that one alive, and how about didn't quite make it over. I thought it was going to clear the tape. It did not.
you definitely don't have to question the Pioneers' effort ever when they take the court. Every single player on this team gives 100%.
Denver 22-7 overall, including 13-1 here at Hamilton Gymnasium. Mavericks 19-13 on the season. And a joust situation there. Somebody was into the net, and point to the Pioneers. Ari Winters coming in, the freshman outside hitter, along with another freshman, Lauren Poulter. It's part of that 6-2 rotation for the Pioneers. So 3 hitters up front and a setter always in the back. And finally, that was a late whistle, but a point to the Pioneers. 5-4. Denver trying to get back to even. Poulter, a local product out of Eagle Crest High School. This one's going to go off the backboard of the basketball hoop up in the rafters, and still alive, still playable from there. As Bartolo with a big defensive play digs it out. Amanda Green can't find the floor. Now a chance. This is an overpass, look out. And that one's down. Lindback there, the sophomore from Waverly, Missouri, taking care of business for the Mavs.
What a great, smart read by Lindback there for the Mavericks. Knew she could just take it on her own, went ahead and did it.
Left-handed there, playing on the right side. Gives her a lot of options on shots. This time going down the line against the block, and she finds the floor again. Another point, 6-5 is the score here early.
And Omaha with the early momentum, not letting Denver get the lead so far.
Again, Omaha making the big news of the tournament, picking up a win over the previously undefeated, another service error, 2 in a row for Omaha, but South Dakota, the Coyotes came in 27-1, 16-0 in Summit League play, beating Denver twice. I mean, just a terrific season, and they were the 1 seed, but somehow Omaha able to come through. As this one goes off the tape, it does go over, and pick up the win in 4 sets. The block is there for Denver.
Denver, their first lead of this match so far. That's something to get excited about for sure.
Winters there making the big play. 7-6 the advantage as Amanda Green is serving. Slide out of the middle there for Anna Blaschko, the junior from Minnesota. Another first team All Summit League selection for Omaha. Kenzie McCulloch in and serving as the Pioneers go to their all-star, and Bartolo comes through. It's going to be her first kill of the match.
Bartolo has led the offense with 19 kills so far. Just last night.
Yeah, what a performance in the Summit League semis. Carabine can't come up with that one. And it's important to note, this can go 2 ways, Megan, when you look at it, but the top 2 seeds get buys. So the Pioneers did not have to play in the quarterfinals on Friday night. Either did South Dakota, who then lost to Omaha. But Omaha, this is their 3rd match in 3 days. How does that play here at altitude? Is it a case where they're in rhythm, they've got a ton of confidence, and they're going to continue to build on that? Or will we see them perhaps run out of gas, or that fatigue is the slight advantage that the Pioneers would need to pick up the victory?
Well, I mean, I think that's something we'll definitely see if this match goes to later sets. I think right now they're just on a roll, and they're not going to back down anytime soon.
And you've got to imagine they're playing with more confidence than they have all season with the win over the Coyotes coming yesterday. Beaubert with a big block. Defense at the net.
And that's what we talked about earlier. Defense is going to win this game. Whoever has the best defense during this match will get that bid to the NCAA tournament.
Big swing there Isabel Sade, someone we haven't even mentioned yet, the junior from Marion, Iowa, came in leading the team in kills with 436, adding to it there. Over 3.5 kills per set. Number 6, the big weapon offensively. They've got a number of weapons, the Mavericks. They spread it around, but she is the go-to player for Omaha. Pioneers pick up another point. 11-9, they have the lead. Their best server is back. The player of the year in the Summit League. Lydia Bartalo, the junior from Colorado Springs. And a service error that time, uncharacteristic of Bartalo. Makes it 11-10. Alexa Blaze, number 7, is in for Omaha. And Courtney Moorhead, the senior from Bellevue, Nebraska, is in and serving. Off the tape, and that leads to an overpass. The Pioneers able to handle it. Amanda Green down the line, and that was out.
Amanda Green just got too much momentum behind that one. Good, smart read, though, on the part of the Pioneers.
Tied at 11. Ellie Anderson, honorable mention All Summit League setter for Denver. And it's going to be double contact there against the Mavs. Point to the Pioneers, and that gives them the lead back. Tina Bowe, 6-foot middle blocker, the junior from Plymouth, Minnesota. Back there for Denver. This one tipped over, Anderson, and Bowe's going to take this set to Green. Big swing, tooling the block. Point Pioneers.
Great block there at the net by the Pioneers. There we go with that great defense. You can see right there, able to get that point for the Pioneers.
Bowe, and that one dropped in. The Mavericks letting it go. It caught part of the end line there, and we've got a timeout here. Omaha wants a timeout because Denver with a 3-0 run is their biggest lead here in set number 1. Let's take another look at this ace.
Oh, that's really hard to tell for sure. I would probably let it go too if I were Omaha.
The line judge obviously right there staring at it. That's his job, makes the call. And the Pioneers pick up the point. So we've got a timeout on the floor here, both teams talking things over. Again, the Pioneers 22-7. This is their 7th consecutive Summit League Championship final, which is amazing when you think about that. And going to the NCAA tournament the last 5 years in a row, but for the first time ever, Megan, the Pioneers got an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament last year. That's the first time that's happened for the Pioneers. It's the first time the Summit League has had an at-large bid. You got to look at the banners there. There's those last 5 years. Pioneers, a chance to put up 2019 on that banner there on the left. You can see the conference championships in the Sun Belt as well. Last year, and part of the reason why is because this conference has been dominated by South Dakota and Denver. And the last 3 years in a row, it has been Denver and South Dakota on this floor in the championship match. The last time Denver played somebody else other than South Dakota, it was Omaha back in 2015. And last year, South Dakota, for the first time, getting the better of the Pioneers. They got the automatic bid. Denver at 27-2 gets the NCAA tournament bid. And South Dakota hoping that could be the case for them this year, as they're also 27-2, but not getting the automatic berth, obviously, when they're not playing in this match. And Lindback there, able to put that one down. So there's a lot riding on this from teams that aren't even playing.
And I think it's important to note, too, that just shows the depth of this team and how they like to improve every single year. They focus on growth, and they have 45% of their roster is brand new this season.
It's remarkable what Denver has been able to do with a number of new faces. Kaya Marinkovic, Taylor Yoakum are over there on the bench. Those are 2 starters that haven't played all season. They've been out with injury. Kaya Marinkovic would have been in the talk of player of the year. I know Bartalo got it for the Pioneers, but Marinkovic, a two-time first-team all-league selection coming into this year. So the Pioneers without some of their weapons, but still able to get the number 2 seed and a chance to get to the NCAA tournament, as it's 15-13 here, advantage Denver.
And I think Hogan does a great job, as well as his assistants. They do a great job of recruiting players who can come in and learn their system really quickly and adjust and be comfortable in the system, because it is an interesting system. And yeah, I think that just goes to show how well of a job that they're doing.
Coach Hogan, the Coach of the Year the last 2 years in the Summit League, 2017-2018. Leanne Williamson getting the 2019 Coach of the Year nod out of the Summit League, leading the Coyotes. That one cross court, too wide on the near side, point to the Pioneers. 17-13, Denver extends the lead. You mentioned all the newcomers, the new faces for the Pioneers, one transfer, a number of freshmen. Very talented, but in talking with Coach all season long, as that one's into the pin, another point for the Pioneers. They're now up 5. Talking to Coach all year, he said this is more than it's ever been. It's going to be a work in progress throughout the entire season. You know, the goal is to get all the way to the end to this match and be playing our best volleyball, but throughout the year, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster and a bumpy ride, more so than we've ever had. And credit to him and his staff to get to here at this point, as we've got a discussion between the officials here. Yep.
Definitely, and I think it shows a lot, especially because in the Summit League, especially with a team like South Dakota, to be able to come to the championship game with so many new players. I got to give credit to him. That's amazing.
Well, when you look out on the floor right now, who's in the game right now for Denver, 2 of those players were on the team last year, Lydia Bartalo and Macy Carabine. You've got 3 freshmen out there and a grad transfer. So that's remarkable when you're looking at this roster. And that one hits the floor. Another point for the Pioneers. Bree Green that time coming through with the block. Denver and this crowd fired up right now as Omaha needs a timeout. It is 19-13. Pioneers trying to be the first to 20 as they are up 6 right now. We will step aside momentarily as we've got a timeout on the floor. Both teams back out on the court, ready for action here. Amanda Green serving. Pioneers leading 19-13 here in set number 1. Shot out of the middle there, and an overpass, but able to be dug out. And that one finds the floor for Omaha. And if you're the Mavericks, that's exactly what you want out of the timeout. Get some of the momentum back, stop this run of the Pioneers.
I also want to mention the great attempt there by Poulter there for the Pioneers, just not able to get it back up and play.
McCulloch with a tough serve there. The Pioneers, miscommunication as they didn't have that one, but an honest service swing, and it works out for Denver. Coach Hogan with a huge smile on his face as he's up off the bench talking to his team. You had Carabine and Poulter there going for it, and Bartalo able to pick up the kill, her second of the match.
It's funny because Bartalo was apologizing to her teammates for kind of going on a system there, but she got the point. I thought that was pretty funny. No need to be sorry, it's okay.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. It worked out there. Anna Blaschko picking up the kill. As you see her there, she's headed back to serve. Led the Summit League. Blaszko led the Summit League, hitting almost 400, 396, and that's incredible. I don't care if you're playing in the middle. Hitting 400 is unbelievable. And Omaha with another point here. That's Sade, the 6'2" junior, able to pick up the kill.
Blaszko earned her first career All-Summit honors as well.
Well deserved. Well deserved for sure with the season that she has had, and it continues here. Bow on the overpass. Couldn't find the floor. Carabine trying to come up with it, and Pioneers end up not getting there. Bartalo diving in the near corner. It's 20-17.
And Brett, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the Omaha fans showing up today. There's quite a bit behind us. They're being real loud, causing a ruckus, I'm sure, for the Pioneers.
Yeah, the fans going at it here. Pretty good representation from everybody. And obviously much easier for the Pioneer fans to get here and their student athletes and other fellow students joining them here. That one goes the way of the Pioneers, 21-17. And here comes the substitution. Faubert back in there. Ellie Anderson, the setter, will come in. She's going to be serving. Anderson, the junior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Second year in a row. Honorable mention All-Summit League performer. Tipped over the block. Sade, the smart, heady play there. Saw the double block and able to tip it just over the fingertips and get it to drop.
Faubert and Bow there. Just the timing was a little bit off, unable to get their fingers on that one.
And no coverage behind for the Pioneers to pick that up. Anderson, back set to Bartalo, dug out. Lindback with a chance, she went to the tip. Back row attack for Amanda Green. McCulloch with a terrific dig there, and then a miss hit it looked like. That was unusual rotation. I'm not sure Lindback got everything. She went hard cross court, and that worked out. 21-19 as Omaha's got some momentum here, and Coach Hogan says, hold on a second, let's talk things over. We've got some timeouts, let's utilize them. As here's another look, and a tight angle, and what a cut shot that was by the lefty Lindback. And so we will take a short break here. We'll be right back for the finale of set number 1, 21-19 Denver right now. Advantage Denver. Omaha serving here, set number 1 of the Summit League Championship Final. Trophy will be handed out after this one, and more importantly perhaps, chance to go to the NCAA tournament, and right out of that one, Lydia Bartalo coming through after that timeout, and now she's going to head back to serve. Very dangerous from the service line, and she picks up the kill. That's number 3 for her in this one.
Bartalo leads the Summit League in aces per set. So like you said, very lethal there behind the line.
But Omaha able to get the side out and get the serve back while picking up the point, 22-20. Moorhead back in there to serve, number 1. As you see the Mavericks picking up the point to close it within 2. Alexa Blaze in there, number 7 on the front line. Bow out of the middle. the quick attack. The Pioneers known for their quick sets and how fast they want to go offensively. And when it's in rhythm, it's very hard to stop.
Absolutely, especially Tina Bowes there. It honestly looked like the ball was attached to some sort of string and it was getting pulled towards the back wall.
Faubert going in the back corner. That was dug out. Mountjoy, the libero out there for Omaha. Mavericks scrambling to keep it alive. What an effort there by Anderson. A joust at the net and a one by the Mavericks.
That was a great rally there by both teams.
That is the effort that you expect from two teams in the championship match. Claire Mountjoy sends over the serve. Faubert with a big swing, and she hammers it down off the hands of the block. Faubert with 4 kills in this one, and set point for Denver. Lauren Poulter back in and serving, number 1 for the Crimson and Gold. Tough serve, and that's an ace for the Pioneers, and they win it 25-21. Set number 1 going the way of the Pioneers, and that was pretty exciting stuff, Megan.
That was great, and what a way to come out here in this championship match by the Pioneers. You don't want to start off losing a set in the championship match, so we'll have to see how the Mavericks can come back for this, especially like you said, they have played 3 matches in this tournament.
Yeah, in 3 days. So you'll see how that happens. Obviously, altitude, elevation, always a factor when you're talking about being in the Mile High City. We will step aside here. 25-21 Denver picking up set number 1 here from Denver, Colorado.
Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Turn up the radio. How you gonna get me?
Here at the University of Denver, the number 2 seed Denver, the number 4 seed Omaha, battling here for a NCAA tournament berth in the Summit League Tournament Championship. And the first set going the way of the home team, 25-21. Megan, looking over the stats, what are some of the key statistics leading to this Pioneer victory in set number 1?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me, Brad, was the errors. And Omaha had 8 errors in the first set. Denver only had 1. So that's a big reason why the Pioneers were able to take that first set.
Pioneers hitting 367, Omaha hitting 220. And, you're talking about attackers, but when you look at the serve-receive, every coach talks about, hey, these are 2 very good serving teams. So the serve-receive becomes such a big deal. Also just 1 error for the Pioneers. And the serve-receive 950 for Denver in set number 1. Anderson here to Bartalo. Too much there. Point to Omaha, and they have the lead just like how they started set number 1. They were out to a 3-0 lead set or advantage in that one. And eventually the Pioneers coming back. Sammy Clarkson, the freshman from Omaha, had you want to talk about a terrific season. We've got players on both sides that have been fantastic. And that one's going to go against that call, going against Omaha, so point to the Pioneers. But Sammy Clarkson, in her freshman year, 1,134 assists.
Wow.
To run, you're talking about a high-powered offense. You've got a number of weapons to come in as a freshman and have that type of production.
Yeah.
Basically, you've got a first-year head coach in Coach Buttermore. He hands the keys over to a freshman to run the show. It's really impressive the way she's been able to distribute the ball.
Absolutely. And can you imagine what she's going to be like as a senior?
Yeah, the sky's the limit, right.
That's amazing. And talk about like trust too. I mean, first year head coach and a freshman, like that shows so much trust between those two.
And that one into the pin as Isabella Sade put that one in. But Clarkson, rightfully, with all those assists, first team All-Summit League. She was on the freshman team, All-Summit League freshman team. So the accolades coming her way, but well-deserved for the season she has had. Bartalo with that brutal serve. That thing just dropped off the table. And an ace, and all of a sudden it's a 4-0 run for Denver. And this is what we're talking about with Bartalo.
Yeah.
Why she's the player of the year in the league. It was 1-0. All of a sudden she's back at the service line 4-0 quickly for the Pioneers.
And that's why she's also led the Summit League in aces. So.
And surprisingly, if you can believe this, Megan, last year she had 60, which was a program record. This year she led the league also, but just 44. I say just, but she just picked up another one there, so say 45. But she had an even better season serving last year, which is incredible.
That's amazing.
4-2 here as the Pioneers Omaha got the side out there. Speaking of aces, Moore had 25 aces herself. As that one's played over, Bowe handling the overpass. You do not want to give Tina Bowe those opportunities. She is certainly going to take advantage, as she did there.
Absolutely, and we're used to seeing that really hard-hitting Bowe come out there. Really good read by her, just knocking it right over the net.
And that came off the hands of the block, so not an overpass, just a deflection off the block. Lindback, she is explosive. To see her get up off the floor, the power with which she swings, that is impressive. She's leading the way. This is a match high 7 kills. 8 kills, I beg your pardon. I just added that one.
Lindback also all Summit honors this season as well. This Omaha team, I'm telling you, they are very stacked, and they will not go down without a fight.
Well, you're talking about there's 6 players out on the floor. 4 of them are first team All Summit League. That's incredible when you look across the board. Pioneers finishing second in the league, 13-3, but only 2 All-League Summit League players. One of them, though, Player of the Year. But it's incredible when you look at the recognition between these 2 teams.
Absolutely, and one of the things we talked about before, Brad, was it might be because of how the formation of the Denver team is, how they rotate.
The 6-2 rotation.
Yeah, exactly. So players get breaks, which is great for legs and fatigue and things like that, but they don't get as many numbers as some of the players who are in all the time every single game.
Especially the setter, especially when you're looking at Ellie Anderson, certainly worthy of an all-league selection. And she was honorable mention last year and this year, so it's not like she's not being recognized, but perhaps worthy of that first team honor there as that one's put down. Anna Blaschko, the junior, picks up the kill. For Blaschko, that is her 4th kill in the match. Aaron Williams in and serving, and an ace. Williams, the freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, making an impact as she's got a brace there on her left wrist, but still able to serve here. Williams, a defensive specialist that time with the service error.
And we talked a little bit about the Pioneers youth and how, 45% of their team is new this year. But when I'm looking at Omaha's roster, they have 1 senior. So
They've
they're
got
young as well, too.
A lot of talent coming back. You could easily see a rematch next year between these two teams, and certainly South Dakota and Fort Wayne and every other school in the Summit League wants to have a say at that, who plays in this championship. And one thing to remember for fans out there of the Summit League, the host team for next year's tournament in 2020 is South Dakota. It will not be here in Denver. Denver has won the regular season so many years in a row. That's why they have been hosting this tournament. But the Pioneers second, 13-3. And South Dakota, the Coyotes, the number 1 team. So Vermillion, South Dakota will be the site of the Summit League volleyball tournament next season.
That's going to be cold this time of year.
Might be a little cold this time of year. 9-6, Pios over the Mavs. Denver trying to get it over. Clarkson setting up Blasco there out of the middle. Winters with a big swing, but too deep. No contact there from Omaha. Oh, I beg your pardon, they are going to say. What was the call there? Because the point's going the way of the Pioneers. Must have been contact there. This one headed over to the table. Clarkson able to make a nice play. Bow out of the middle. How about that dig? Green with a terrific dig, but Mountjoy, another beautiful dig. Make it a 3rd on this rally. But the defense at the net for the Pioneers coming through.
I have goosebumps. That was an amazing rally, and to end it with a defensive kill. Wow, that was very impressive. Great job at the net there by Bo for the Pioneers.
Mountjoy there just keeping it alive. She was all over the place defensively.
I'm sweating.
Are you not entertained?
Yes.
How about this?
Wow.
11-6 Denver, but not for lack of effort and ability from the Omaha Mavericks defensively. Holy cow. We'll take a deep breath. We'll step aside. Denver up 11-6 right now. Pioneers and the Mavericks playing for a trophy here today. And the other part, as Megan Slade, Brad Thompson here with you on the broadcast here on the Summit League. And this is presented by the U.S. Air Force Special Warfare. Pioneers out of that timeout, pick up another point. What we haven't talked about really is the flip side. As you see the Pioneers pick it up, Bartolo with a big swing. The team that does not win this game, the season is over. Yeah. And that's a tough way to go. You want to be with a chance to continue your season. But for the seniors,
it's devastating.
This could be the last match of their career. So
yeah.
We've talked a lot about the trophy, the NCAA tournament berth, but just the idea that you can continue playing, continue practicing, your team stays together.
Yeah. And I mean, there's only one senior for the Mavericks and the Pioneers arena as well, but even still, it's heartbreaking. Like you go through a whole season working so hard to get up into this point, and then it's over. You know, I remember playing in championship games and the adrenaline and the excitement and everything, and then winning was like the greatest thing to ever happen, and losing was honestly heartbreaking. And I really hope that they cherish the fact that they're in this game and that they deserve to be here. And they both worked very, very hard to get to this point.
Right, the teams just are never the same, even if you're only losing a piece or two. That chemistry's different. There's freshmen comes in. There's just transfers. There's different players. As Tina Bowe just crushes one out of the middle.
Tina Bowe brings an energy to this game that I have never seen.
I love her intensity. And when they break that huddle, if you'll watch, there's a shot of her over there on the bench. She'll be the first one back out on the court, and she runs from the bench over there. Even though there might be another 20 seconds before play starts, she's off the bench. She's running back out on the court. You mentioned it. Her energy, her intensity, the level that she competes at is really impressive for the Pioneers. As Coach Matt Buttermore, in his first year on the bench for Omaha, wants another timeout. Rose Shires, former coach, 29 years as the head coach of Omaha. So it's for us, Megan, that have covered the Summer League for a while, it's weird to not see Coach Shires over there. I mean, you're almost talking 3 decades. She had over 500 career wins at Omaha. So Coach Buttermore doing a terrific job. He's got his team playing extremely well. You mentioned how young they are and talented as Tina Bowe. First one out there, already at the net, waiting even for her teammates. Look at that. And then some high fives immediately. But Coach Buttermore done a terrific job. Huge win over South Dakota. And what a feather in his cap it would be if he can lead in his first year, take this Maverick squad to the NCAA tournament.
I mean, he already took him to the Summer League championship. Like, that says a lot in and of itself for your first year, and especially to upset the #1 seed. That is a lot, and that's definitely something that he should be extremely proud of.
Back to action. This one off the basketball hoop as well in the rafters, but Omaha had a chance there, saved with just an attacking error, even though it was out of system there. That was a ball that she normally plays without any trouble. 15-7 right now. Denver starting to pull away here.
So let's make a new rule that if the volleyball goes through the basket up top, then you get an extra point.
2 points.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
like basketball.
Yeah.
You get a basket, it's 2 points. Out of the middle there, Omaha picking up the point. Riley Marshall, the sophomore from Fort Calhoun, Nebraska, playing in the middle. Bartolo, and that's player of the year action right there. Just a different speed on that ball. Smoke coming off of it. Let's take a look at this. Just crushing that one into the far corner. She's got 7 kills. She's hitting 50% in this one. That one went outside of the pin. Point to the Pioneers.
Pioneers taking a big lead now against this Mavericks team. I think we're starting to see that fatigue that you were talking about.
Well, and when you look at this coming in, you're thinking they beat South Dakota yesterday. Can they carry that momentum and that confidence over into this one, or will there be, human nature says, perhaps a little bit of a letdown? You're riding so high with a win like that. Can you sustain that energy, that focus, and not have a letdown? But they're feisty. They're fired up right now. Lindback, really the emotional leader here. Look at the reaction as she picks up the kill, stomping her feet there, firing up her teammates. There's no quitting her.
And this is the third matchup between these two teams in this season. The Pioneers took the first match and then swept the Mavericks in the second meeting just recently in November, just a few weeks ago. And Omaha and the Pioneers have not dropped a match to Omaha since 2015. And they lead the series 14-1.
Yeah, they've been dominant, and not just against Omaha. When you look at the reason they've been hosting is the defense. Faubert, another block in this one. 19-9. How about that? Kalea Faubert, the freshman, playing in her first Summit League championship. And she's been huge over the last 24 hours here for Denver.
Yeah, it's great that she can step up there at the net especially when two of the big players are out with injury. That's great to know that, you know, Hogan can substitute any player in from the bench and be able to trust them that they'll get the job done.
Yeah, Faubert all season has been tasked with coming in, getting a lot of swings as a freshman, and not normally the case. Very talented player coming in, so the ability is certainly there, but you got to learn the system. It's your first semester in college. There's a lot of factors that come in, which on the flip side, what makes Clarkson so impressive too in her freshman year, how well she has done as a setter. Moorhead there with a dig on a hot smash. And Bree Green, speaking of freshmen, she has been wonderful out there for Denver at the net defensively more than anything, as she's got over 100 blocks coming in, and right here, able to get that hand there on the way down. You're talking about athletic ability. She went up for the block and just hung around in midair to able to tip that one down. That one in for Blasco out of the middle. She picks up the kill. We'll see if she gets fed the ball more. Yeah, she's a big-time player for Omaha.
Great read there by Blasco. Not great coverage, though, for the Pioneers.
Williams back in there to serve. Did have an ace last time she was in. Winters with a big swing. Moorhead able to dig it out. Poulter, back set, Amanda Green, dug out. Blaze off the hands of the block. Omaha trying to keep it alive. They've got a chance here. Well done there. And Green out of the middle. Point Pioneers.
And we just talked about her defensive skills there. Now we got the offensive one going on. Very well-rounded player.
Brianna Green, the freshman from Cedar Hill, Texas. There's Amanda Green, the senior serving. And an ace. Pioneers up to 22, plus 10 right now over Omaha. Clarkson to Blaze. The block is there again. It's Green.
That's 3 in a row for her. 2 defensive and 1 offensive.
5th block in the match already for Bree Green. Leading Denver as she has all season at the net with their defense. Blasco there. And again, see, you're talking about the highest hitting percentage in the Summit League. If I'm Omaha, they're running out of time right now, 23-13.
Feeder.
Exactly, right, Megan?
100%.
Most of the blocks for Denver are coming from the outside, you know, coverage along the pins, not out of the middle.
Go through the middle, yep.
Denver and Lydia Bartalo making things happen. Set point for Denver. They're up 24-13. Macy Carabine is back out there, the libero, the junior from Barkersville, Indiana, excuse me. And she picks up the ace, and the Pioneers win set number 2. Denver, impressive so far through 2 sets. They've got Omaha back against the wall right now, as we've got intermission coming up here, but 25-13. It has been all Denver so far.
Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Turn up the radio. How you gonna get me?
Pioneers up 2-0. The number 2 seed Denver over the number 4 seed Omaha. We are set for the start of game number 3 here. Omaha will be serving. Hello everyone, Megan Slade, Brad Thompson here with you. There's the camera we're looking at. Thanks for joining us here on the Summit League broadcast presented by the U.S. Air Force Special Warfare as Tina Bowe picks up another kill. That's going to be her 5th in the match as it's 1-0 Denver to start set number 3. Omaha had the lead in the first 2 sets. They ended up falling. Perhaps that's a good omen for the Mavericks here as Denver picks up the first point. They've got the second as well. The sooner you can get, if you're an opponent of the Pioneers, Lydia Bartolo off that service line at the beginning of a set, the better. So good for Denver. And those out-of-system swings, and as you can see, she serves so tough, it makes life difficult. 3-0 Pioneers. They have a chance to sweep this one. As it stands right now, Omaha is going to have to rally from behind and win 3 in a row. to pull this out. Lindback with a big swing, but Carabine able to dig it out. Carabine tried to come up with a pancake, could not there, as she went diving to the floor. And a side out for Omaha, and that will end Bartalo's run. As Courtney Moorhead, the 5'6" senior, back there to serve.
And you just talked about in the first set how the Mavericks came out with an early lead. And I think a lot of that, like you said, had to do with the momentum from coming off of yesterday's great match against South Dakota. They had that coming in. And then, you know, Denver, the offense that they play is just so quick and so smart and so strong that I think it just caught up with them. And they're also tired. They've played 3 straight days. So I think it's catching up to them a bit.
Well, Megan, we talked about it during that break. The Pioneers are hitting over 400 in this one as another ball finds the floor for Denver. Faubert going to pick up the kill. They're over 400 on the flip side. Omaha, they're hitting 130. That disparity can only lead to Pioneer victories when it's so significant like that. Five to 1. Pioneers is the down official there, working on something over at the table. Tina Bowe is ready to go, and a service error. Bowe comes out, Carabine back in there. Bree Green, Ellie Anderson, Kalea Faubert, Amanda Green, Lydia Bartalo, Macy Carabine out on the floor for Denver. Amanda Green and her leadership. Amanda Green, the transfer from Louisville. She's going to take another swing here. That time she just bumps it over. And coach saying she's really come in and provided a lot of leadership for the Pioneers. None of their seniors are in the lineup besides Green, really, that play a lot of minutes. And especially with Marinkovic out with an injury. Amanda Green, even though she's a transfer just coming in for 1 season, has really provided a lot of leadership for this young Pioneers team. And oh, by the way, there's that offense as well.
Yeah, and I think Hogan and his team do a great job of finding those players who are able to step up in that leadership role. I mean, look at Tina Bowe.
Tina Bowe, a big leader for the Pioneers. Ellie Anderson as well. And
Bartalo.
Big time. That one off the tape. Mountjoy was able to cover it. Lindback's going to get a swing. Poulter able to dig that one out, but sent it over. And that goes against Omaha. Pioneers up 7-3.
Brianna Green at the net, ready there on defense. And then there was an error there.
Poulter that time, serve went too deep. Lauren Poulter, an interesting player for the Pioneers, local product from Aurora, Colorado, Eagle Crest High School, coming off a career-high 28 assists against Fort Wayne, which is who the Pioneers took down yesterday in the semis. And really coming in about midway through the season, working into the rotation as she couldn't come up with that dig there, but her sister is setter for Team USA. There's a great family history of volleyball there. So, and awesome that she came to Denver here as Coach Hogan was able to recruit her with those connections he has with Team USA. And that has really worked out as we talked a lot about Clarkson, the shining star, one of the many bright stars for Omaha. As that one finds the floor, Blasco picking up the kill. Poulter's got a really bright future in front of her as well. This freshman class is terrific, and she could be the leader as the setter of that group.
Absolutely, and like I mentioned before, the Pioneers team is always focusing on growth and improvement in everything that they do, including recruiting.
Amanda Green's having a game right now. She's been fed the ball a lot here in this set, and she's finding some room in that back row. She's finding the seams. Here's another kill from her. 6 kills now. Faubert and Bartalo leading the Pioneers with 8 kills. in this match. That one into the net. Service error, and just like that, 8-7. Here comes Omaha. McCulloch, the sophomore, is in there to serve, number 5. Poulter out to Bartalo. The defense for Omaha has tied things up. Clarkson, the setter, picks up the block.
Great defense there by Omaha. Look at that right there on the net, completely ready for that attack.
And then a service error from Omaha.
Giving it right back.
Lead back in the hands of the Pioneers, 9-8.
You don't want to do that ever to the Pioneers, but especially in a championship game.
Well, and you've got the momentum here. You've got it, and then Carabine says, no, you take it. We're tied at 9, and Omaha, obviously, their backs are against the wall. This is as desperate a position as you're ever going to be in. So they've got to come through here. As we've got an extra ball on the court here. Blasco leading the team, hitting percentage and blocks out of the middle. Poulter to Bow. Out to Bartalo, and Williams can't handle it. That one goes all the way into the far corner. Lead back to the Crimson and Gold. We've got 2 Crimson teams out there, Crimson Gold, Crimson and Black. And right now the Crimson and Gold with the lead, 10-9.
And like you said, Brad, the Omaha team, their backs are against the wall right now. This is a true test of will for this team. This is a championship game. This is a huge deal for them. Can they take that and make something positive out of it, or is it just too much pressure and then they're going to drop the set?
And for Omaha, you can't look at the big picture. You've got to look, we just need to win 1 set, and obviously we have to win or otherwise the game's over, but we've got to win 1 as we've got a great rally going here, and then just keep chipping away at the Pioneers' lead.
Yeah, each set at a time.
The defense from Omaha. Williams with a great dig there. This one might be an overpass, and eventually it goes down on the Pioneers' side, 10-10.
Great rally there. This is volleyball. This is championship volleyball, and it is so exciting and entertaining to watch.
How about that dig from Williams? Unbelievable. A little setter attack there from Henderson. Back set to Bartalo. Cross-court shot. Covered there by Lindback. Bow with the block. Omaha scrambling to keep it alive. Clarkson just has to play it over. See where Anderson goes here. Outside to Faubert. Mountjoy able to dive and come up with it. Anderson to Bartalo. Not quite in rhythm there. Bartalo pops it up, but over the net and out of play.
Not the kind of point we're used to seeing from Bartalo, but they'll take it, I'm sure.
Pioneers out of system a little bit there. They had some chances in system and just couldn't quite connect. Hitter and setter. And giving Omaha just a little bit of the room there. Get the serve back. Bartalo that time into the block and down.
And that's that leadership we were talking about.
And certainly we were talking about the Summit League Player of the Year. Bartalo as a junior picking up that award. In the crunch time moments, the critical points, there's no question the Pioneers are going to go to her, and she has delivered all season long. But for Omaha, they just got to side out there, which is a big deal because Bartalo's off that service line.
Yeah, that's what you need for sure when you're the Mavericks. And I want to point out that in this current set, Denver, their hitting percentage is .304, and the hitting percentage for the Mavericks is .190. However, the Mavericks are playing stellar defense right now.
They are, and you can just see Mountjoy able to come up with that one on the other side of the court. Bartalo unable to, and that's why Omaha with a 13-11 advantage, and Coach Hogan wants a timeout. Look at that dig from Mountjoy. And Lindback with the kill. Denver with the timeout. We will step aside briefly. Omaha with the lead here in set number 3, 13-11. Welcome back to Hamilton Gymnasium. You can see Omaha Mavericks fans fired up because they have the lead here in set number 3, 13-11. Denver with the lead, 2-0. Bo out of the middle had it sent right back, and another point for Omaha. 14-11, their biggest lead here in set number 3. Anderson had to go down low to make that set, and giving the defense more time to notice what was coming. Anderson here to Faubert. Clarkson able to dig it out. Mountjoy able to come away with that dig off the deflection. Lindback too deep. No contact by the Pioneers at the net, and they get a side out as Tina Bowe heads back to serve. Trims it to 14-12.
Yeah, this might be the start of the momentum swing now for the Pioneers.
Omaha having their best hitting set of the match by far. They're at 160 right now. Amanda Green's got it going here. The Pioneers, we'll see if they keep feeding her the ball, because her swings in this set in particular have been outstanding.
She's had 6 kills in this set just right now. She's hitting a 211 right now.
Bowe sending over the serve. Clarkson back set. Lindback, she's been outstanding all game long. No question about her ability. She's leading everybody in this one. A match high 12 kills. And she's just crushing the ball. Look at this swing.
Yeah, if I were the Mavericks, I would just keep feeding it to her.
What power behind that swing when it was cross court too. She didn't go down the line or in the back row. She was cutting that one hard cross court, and still with that much speed and power on it. That's impressive. Anderson and Faubert sub out. Poulter coming back in along with Ari Winters. The block is there. How about Denver finally able to stop Lindback for once?
Great read there by both the Greens at the net. Great defense by the Pioneers.
Amanda Green, we were talking about her offense that time. Able to turn the hands and get the block. Tied at 15. That one tight to the net and drops on the side of the Pioneers. Williams coming back in to serve. And I said brace earlier. It looks like that's a cast on her left wrist. Yet still able to get the job done. She had a terrific dig the last time she was out there on the court, and she's going to continue to serve here because Omaha's got the lead back after they pick up that point.
Well, I'd say this is the most back and forth set we've seen so far in this match.
Without question here, Omaha having their finest set of the afternoon. Poulter, Winters just going to tip it over. Williams is there. Now Blaze with a chance. She can't find the floor. Holds her back set to Green, and again she comes through. She's had the touch here in set number 3. She's headed back to the service line.
And there we go, Green getting it right where it needs to be. Mountjoy not able to get it back in play.
Green in the match, 7 kills, an ace, 2 digs, and a block. But Blasco out of the middle, able to find the floor for Omaha, 18-16. As McCulloch, the sophomore, came in with 30 aces on the season. You can see why she's a serving specialist. She's back in there. And the block, Blasco out of the middle. A big smile on her face, well deserved there. She puts it down 19-16.
Amanda Green trying to get that great attack that we've seen from her, but great block by Blasco at the net.
Too deep, that one very close. But McCulloch with the service error. Denver getting the serve back, 19-17 as Bree Green takes a seat over there on the bench and getting some instruction. A couple of the assistant coaches, the associate head coaches, Caitlin Opitz and Jessica Aschenbrenner, the assistant coach over there. Point Pioneers, double contact, 19-18. The visitors with the lead. Carabine with the serve. That one into the net and the pin as Sade there with the attacking error, and Coach Buttermore wants a timeout, and it's granted. We are tied at 19. The fans here at Hamilton Gymnasium loving it as Denver and Omaha are going back and forth in a terrific championship match happening right now. We will step aside momentarily. More to come here in set number 3. Pep band doing their thing here at Hamilton Gymnasium, the campus of the University of Denver. Third set here, Pioneers up 2-0 as a miscommunication for Denver. That one dropped right in on a tip, and Omaha got what they wanted out of that timeout and got the side out. Blasco will be back serving, and they have the lead first to 20 here. It's 20-19. Tough serve from Blasco. Green able to come up with it. Winters puts it down. Credit Amanda Green there with a beautiful pass and a very tough serve.
Winner is a name we haven't said too much in this match so far, but man, when she attacks, she really does it, huh?
Winter's got a lot of power, just a freshman and a bright future. We've mentioned a number of these freshmen for the Pioneers. And Anderson played that one into the back. Tipped over the block, but Faubert able to get a piece of it, and then into the block. Sade picks up the kill. Clarkson back to serve. 21-20 in set number 3. Omaha with their backs against the wall right now. They've got to win this one. Bow. Now Sade with a chance, a big swing, she scores. Isabel Sade, 6'2", very long, went up high to get that one and hammered it down. between the block there of Bartalo and Bo. And that makes it 22-20. And Coach Hogan wants a timeout. Why not? You're down. You got to use it, trying to come back. Amanda Green has been the one in this game that has taken care of business for the Pioneers, but they've got a number of options. On the flip side, you've seen that hitting percentage for Omaha, 159 right now, and the Pioneers 189, still hitting a little bit better, but Omaha, that's their best hitting percentage of any set so far, and that's the lowest hitting percentage of Denver in any set so far.
Yep, absolutely. Looking back on the other sets, Denver had a 400 hitting percentage and a 367 hitting percentage in the other two sets, and then in the last set, the Mavericks had a 31 hitting percentage compared to the Denver 400. So yeah, it's a lot more even this match, and you can definitely tell.
Robert, Bo, Carabine, Bartalo, Amanda Green, and Ellie Anderson out there for Denver. Marshall, Sade, Limbach, Mountjoy, McCulloch, and Clarkson on the court for Omaha. 22-20. Anderson to Bartalo. The big swing. Mountjoy able to keep it alive after McCulloch got the initial dig. Bo out of the middle, straight down. Look out below.
That's Tina Bo's 6th kill in this set.
Bartalo at the service line. Limbach had that one sent back, but off the hands of the block and then out on the far side. Huge play there for Omaha to get Bartalo off that service line. The side out, they're now up 23-21.
I don't know what was said during intermission, but this Mavericks team is completely different than the one we saw in the first two sets.
They certainly have picked it up as Green continues to have a terrific game here in game number 3. That's another kill. 23-22.
Brianna Green now back in for the Pioneers, trying to focus, I think, on those blocks.
Well, Bo's in the back serving. That one in. Blaze finding room in that near corner. Pioneers let it go. But Blaze, a sophomore from Grand Island, room there, and now it is set point. Mavs fans on their feet here. Overpass.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to say Anderson was above the net there. And she's going to pick up the violation. She thought it was the other way as it was going to go in against Omaha. They win it 25-22 here, staying alive, handling business, doing what they needed to do to keep this championship match going. Omaha bouncing back after dropping the first two sets. It's 2-1 Denver after 3, but Omaha with the momentum. Omaha rallying back 25-22, picking up the win. Can they continue the momentum and this rally? They were down 2-0, but picking up the win to continue this championship final match. Megan Slade, Brad Thompson here with you on the Summit League broadcast. And Megan, what'd you see differently there from Omaha in set number 3?
Well, definitely what we've seen is the hitting percentage increase tremendously for the Mavericks. They actually out-hit Denver in the last set, 200 to 195.
First time today, and thus the victory, as this whole championship presented by the U.S. Air Force Special Warfare. Ortala with a swing into the block and down. Denver with the first point in set number 4. The other teams watching in attendance here, as 6 teams make the Summit League tournament, and the top 2 teams get a bye. Denver had a bye on Friday. Omaha had to take care of NDSU as that one sent too deep by Carabine. And Omaha the last 2 years had been knocked out of this tournament by North Dakota State University. So just even on Friday, it was a big win to extend their season, to pick up the W against a team that had ended their season. That's a service there from Clarkson. So Omaha has really got it going. They need to continue that momentum from set number 3 here against the Pioneers. Very tough place to play. Home court, such an advantage. Denver 13-1 on the season, and last year they only lost 1 match as well, and that was in the Summit League final in South Dakota. Faubert with the kill.
Denver coming out early with the lead. Ortalo back at the service line.
Sade with a big swing, and just going to pick up the point. Pioneers try to dig it out. That one hit the underside of the backboard and came straight back down off that dig.
Sade finished the regular season with 3.5 kills per set and double-digit kills in 13 of 16 league matches.
I'm honestly more surprised we haven't called her name more in this one. Now she's got double-figure kills, so she's just doing it quietly in this one. Amanda Green off the hands of the block, sent back. Pioneers reload. Ortala with a back row attack. Point Denver.
Great back row attack there by Ortalo. It's so interesting to me that you can attack from the back row. Like, that's the kind of skill that they have.
Back set. And Lindback there again with the hard cross-court shot. And just hitting the very outside of that ball, getting that rotation. Look at the tough angle and the spin on that ball. It's incredible what she can do to the lefty. Loves that cross-court shot.
Last set, she had a 400 hitting percentage.
Faubert, and a point to the Pioneers. I thought that went into the pin, and Omaha fans irate right now at the officials, and Coach Buttermore up off the bench as well, trying to get an explanation from the down official. And now the up official calling the down official over. I beg your pardon. There's another look from our net cam. And Blaze saying there was no contact. The shot there went off the tape, and then I believe the up official is saying it touched one of the Omaha players. Blaze saying that was not the case before it hit the pin. It definitely hit the tape, then the pin. Was there contact
That's a tough
by
call.
Omaha?
Point will stay with the Pioneers. Buttermore not happy with that call.
And there's a lot of calls every match that are critical and that don't go your way, how does the team respond? Can they bounce back? And they do, right out of the middle. Blasco picking up the point. Lim back there gave a nice little glare back to the up official after the Mavs picked up that point, saying, we can still do this. Poulter, Winners, can't find the floor. Mountjoy, great hustle to get to that one. Winners again, this time converts.
Great read there by Winners. Able to get that right where the Mavericks can't put it back up.
Blaze had that one off the block, but in. Winners playing well here for the Pioneers. And perhaps that was Bree Green. I should just assume that if it's a block for the Pioneers, it's Brianna Green. And an ace here from Amanda Green. Denver has now doubled up Omaha early in this one, 8-4. Timeout, Coach Buttermore. Omaha trying to get the momentum back right now. It is with the home team. 8-4, the advantage for Denver. Set number 4 here, Denver and Omaha Pioneers with a 2-1 game advantage, but in this set, 8-4, Denver with the serve and the lead.
After that, one would say controversial call that before the timeout, it's all about keeping composure. If the Mavericks lose that composure, then it's all over for them.
And right now, Omaha is in trouble as the Pioneers are on a run. Winners and Green playing terrific on the front line for Denver. Amanda Green serving tough. Not the last one, the one before was an ace. That one also an ace. 2 out of the last 3 aces. And the run continues for Amanda Green.
Those ones are so tricky, the ones that hit the net, because you don't know if they're going to be playable or not.
And you just a late reaction at that point. I mean, you don't know where the ball's going to drop when it does come over, when it's slowed down that much. Now a service error here from Amanda Green.
Yeah, the net can sometimes be that extra player for you.
Claire Leonard, 14, was in for just a moment there. The junior outside hitter, she subs out as McCulloch back in there, number 5. And then McCulloch can't come up with a dig. Bartolo leading the Pioneers with another kill. She's got 13.
Bartolo with the same side attack. Great strength behind that one.
Another tough serve. Williams trying to do everything she can to get it back over, but just not enough there. As Macy Carabine having a terrific afternoon. She's got 12 digs to lead the Pioneers and just picked up the service ace. 12-5, Denver starting to pull away. Clarkson to Blasco, and then Poulter couldn't come up with a set there. Pioneers able to keep it alive. And Again, look at this rally. And finally, Blasco out of the middle ends it.
Well, I think a lot of lucky plays happened right there on that rally, but it was very exciting to watch, that's for sure. Look at that back and forth. Great communication, too. In order to keep those ones going, it's important that both teams really communicate with each other.
Point Pioneers as Bartolo picks up another kill. She's going to be up to 14 now. Anderson back in to serve. Kalea Faubert also out there, part of that 6-2 rotation for the Pioneers. Anderson to Faubert, and there, I do not think there was contact that time. Now they're saying into the net against Omaha. The last play was questionable. It went out, but there was contact. The official saying it was touched by Omaha. This time, Omaha touching the net. So Pioneers' run continues, 14-6 right now.
I would not want to be a ref in any sport. I don't have the strength to do it.
It is a very hard
Mentally,
job.
no, I can't.
Very hard job. Faubert with another kill. She's already in double figures. Tack on another one. She's up to 12 and 15-6. Pioneers in control right now. As we've got a timeout on the floor. Pioneers over there on the bench. As Coach Buttermore wants a timeout, he knows he doesn't have a lot of resources left here to try and slow down the Pioneers.
Yeah, when they have momentum like this, it's going to be real tough to slow them down. I mean, timeouts could definitely switch momentum, but this is a championship game.
They've gone to a number of timeouts already to try and stop the momentum. Hasn't quite worked. The Pioneers, interesting, just as a fun fact here, Megan, and you'll appreciate this, they're going to take on CSU next week.
Woo!
Just a little,
wow.
And it, you know, the tournament, if it is, it will be. If it is Denver that wins this match, advances to the NCAA tournament, the tournament doesn't start till the first week of December. So there's some time here that, like the 5th of December. So there's some time between when whoever wins the Summit League and when they would play next. And you don't want to take 10, 12 days off.
Yeah, you got to keep your legs fresh.
You got to keep it so, and then, you know, Coach Hogan and the relationship up with the Rams up there, they schedule that match frequently, playing it after the regular season. As Megan Slade got a touch on the ball there over here at the table. Pioneers continue to pick up the points here as Ellie Anderson picks up the ace. And an error that time into the net. Clarkson back, the setter.
And I think it's always great to play teams that are better than you. Not who's to say what could happen in that game, but it's important because it elevates your play. I find especially with the Pioneers, they like to play up to the competition. So that would be a really interesting game.
And you're going to play, you might play CSU. You're going to play a team of their caliber, as they, seems like every year, are in the NCAA tournament with their ranking and whether they win the Mountain West or advance with an at-large bid. But so that they're the caliber of a NCAA tournament team, so that's how you get prepared. Another point here for Omaha, a couple in a row. Pioneers saying there was contact. This time the call going the way of Omaha. That one out right in front of the line judge. Anderson. And tipped over by Bartolo and dropped it in. Bartolo there, the smart play, just going for the tip and able to drop it in. Now she's back serving.
Bartolo, one of those players who can really read a defense. She knows when she needs to wind up and really hit that ball. In that case, she didn't need to do that, and she saw that and was able to get the point.
And if you ask Coach Hogan, that has been the biggest improvement in her game. Her efficiency attacking, not just going with the ace swing hard down the line or in the back row, or she's changing up her shots, reading the defense, as you mentioned, so much better this year. And she was first team All-Summit League last year. She has taken that jump to the Summit League Player of the Year. this year.
It just shows a lot of maturity, too, on her part. You know, when you're a freshman, sometimes you do just want to come out swinging and show that, you know, you're a really powerful attacker. So that just comes with time and maturity. I think that's awesome.
And that drive and willingness to want to get better. You're already one of the top players in the league, but you're still working on your game. You're still wanting to improve. You're still willing to put in the work to get better. And that's a testament to her drive and want to be great.
And she has the time to do that, too. She has one more year.
Limbach has been crushing balls all day. The lefty picking up her 15th kill in this one, tying Bartala for a match high. She's hitting .407. And Anderson's there. There's just too much speed and power behind that one. She's going to get another chance here. Same result.
I feel like that was deja vu. I feel like we just watched that happen. Great play there by Limbach.
And if you're Omaha, I would continue to feed her the ball here as she's been taking some great swings. And the setter attack from Anderson into the donut, able to drop it in.
That was a great play call right there. Totally put the defense on their toes. Great move by Anderson.
And because Anderson's in the back row, she's got to stay below the net to make that play, which makes it even more difficult. But she had seen enough of Limbach swinging there. She said, well, I'm not going to give you the chance. I'm just going to play it over myself.
Smart move.
Poulter with the ace. Poulter 5'11", great size for a setter. 20-12. Omaha in need of a big rally. Leonard there going to pick up her first kill of the match as she comes in and hammers it into the block and down.
Leonard, the 6-foot outside hitter from Iowa.
Williams back in there. Winters went for the tip. Tough play here for the Pioneers. They got it over. Poulter with a terrific shot to get that one. And point to Omaha. 2014. Tight to the net and point Omaha. Poulter there trying to save it, but the pass was really the problem there. Coach Hogan wants a timeout as 3 points in a row rattled off by Omaha, and they still have the serve. It's 20-15 as we'll step aside. Exciting finish coming up here in set number 4. To 15, advantage Denver. They're up 2-1 in this one. Omaha trying to rally back. They've scored the last 3. Williams has been serving very tough. Amanda Green sends that one into the back row. Blasco out of the middle, but Bree Green puts it down with a block.
Awesome play by the Pioneers, not letting the Mavericks come out with the momentum out of the timeout.
Amanda Green now back serving. A huge swing there. Bree Green leading the Pioneers, the freshman. And how about that point? Clarkson knocked it over with the fist. And just at the right angle, dropping it right in the middle.
Really smart play there by Clarkson for the Mavericks.
Backhanded fist, shot off the punch off the knuckles. That was unbelievable placement. Bartalo, that one got the pin, point Omaha.
Omaha starting to inch their way back.
They've trimmed it to 4. And this is one of the situations, if Omaha can come back and take set number 4, then they would have won the last 2 sets, and then they've got the momentum when you go into set number 5.
Totally.
Clarkson to Blasco, and Green can't come up with it. Another point, Omaha. Blasco, a slide out of the middle, and that's going to be kill number 13.
Blasco hitting 231.
Bartalo, big swing there out of system, and she comes through. Oh, did Denver need that?
Absolutely, and there we go with that maturity that she knows that's when she needed to come with the hammer, and she did it right at the time they needed it.
Macy Carabine serving. Clarkson goes to Sade, tipping it over the block. Denver trying to keep it alive. Winners with a big swing out of system. Sade hammering that one too deep. Point Pioneers. Denver has got the momentum back. They picked up the last 2 points when it looked like Omaha was charging back to try and get to this one.
Buttermore trying to get some clarification there on that point.
Buttermore coming from Hastings College, NAIA program. Had a ton of success there, including a national championship. Blasco had it sent back. Sade with a chance. The block is there for Denver. Clarkson to Sade. Again, the block tips it back.
Wow.
The block is there for Denver. A wall at the net.
Talk about a wall. That was like a brick wall. Those are brick houses right there. Wow, that was amazing.
Match point for Denver. They can win a championship with 1 more point. Winners. Wow. And the Pioneers win it. They are headed to the NCAA tournament for the 6th year in a row.
I have to give credit, though, to Omaha. They came out swinging. They were down 2 sets pretty badly, too. They came back, took the 3rd set, really gave Denver a run for their money. Great play by Omaha. They deserve to be here, and they showed it definitely today.
Both of these programs, these teams, had terrific tournaments. Pioneers had to win 2 with that first round bye. Omaha trying to win 3. They won 2 to get here, and knocking out South Dakota yesterday in the semifinal round of the Summit League Championship. A trophy presentation will be coming up next. Denver wins the Summit League tournament again. They are headed to the NCAA tournament for the 6th straight season. And for Coach Hogan and his squad, they did not win this tournament last year, and they wanted to get back on track. They won the tournament 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, but not in 2018. It was South Dakota taking home that victory, but the Pioneers are back on top. The number 2 seed winning the championship, and they are going to head to the NCAA tournament. They're going to have a little tune-up against the Rams for Colorado State University next week. And so stay with us here. We're going to have an award presentation after this one. We will sign off as broadcasters here. For Megan Slade, Brad Thompson, everybody at the Summit League and Pioneer All Access that made this tournament possible. We hope you enjoyed watching a fabulous 3 days of volleyball. In the end, the Pioneers are champions.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
to rock steady. You're about ready to rock steady.
Look what I made for you. Knew if I paid my dues, how will they pay you? When you first come in the game, they try to play you. Then you drop a couple of hits, look how they wave to you. From Marcy to Madison Square, to the only thing that matters is just a matter of years. As fate would have it, J status appears to be at an all-time high. Perfect time to say goodbye. When I come back like Jordan, we're in the 4-5. It ain't to play games with you, it's to aim at you. Probably maim you. If I owe you, I'm blowing you to smithereens. Except I take one for your team, and I need you to remember one thing. I came, I saw, I conquered. For record sales, sold out concerts. Come up, you want this encore? I need you to scream till your lungs can soar.
Tired of being what you want me to be. Feeling so faithless, lost under the surface.
Okay, fans, it's time to present the 2019 Summit League Volleyball Championship Awards. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the court, where Summit League Assistant Commissioner Stephanie Savadukia is on hand this afternoon, along with U.S. Air Force Technical Sergeant Reyes and Technical Sergeant Hartman, to present the awards. But before presenting the awards, let's give all of these teams a round of applause in appreciation of their great effort this weekend. First, we'll announce the 2019 All-Tournament team, which is selected by the participating coaches based on the student-athletes' performances in this weekend's Summit League Championship. As your name is called, please come forward and remain until all members of the teams have been announced. From Oral Roberts, Bree Greenlee. From North Dakota State, Syra Tanchin. From Purdue, Fort Wayne, Sydney Borst. From South Dakota, Elizabeth Lotion. From Omaha, Sammy Clarkson. From Omaha, Isabella Said. From Denver, Lydia Bartalo. From Denver, Tina Bowe. From Denver, Amanda Green. And the 2019 Summit League Volleyball Tournament Most Valuable Player from Denver is Lydia Bartalo. And now we want to recognize the 2019 Summit League Volleyball Tournament runner-ups, the Omaha Mavericks. Let's give the Mavericks a hand for a stellar season and a fantastic Summit League Tournament performance. Congratulations on a fine season and a great weekend of volleyball. Okay, it's time to present the awards to the member of the 2019 Summit League Volleyball Championships, the Denver Pioneers. The Summit League would like to recognize the individual members of the winning program, so after your name is called, please step forward to receive your championship medallions. Mara Abernathy. Ellie Anderson. Lydia Bartalo. Tina Bowe, Macy Carabine, Andrea Eddy, Michelle Feliciano, Kulea Faubert, Memphis Glasgow, Amanda Green, Brianna Green, Katie Mahoney, Lauren McManus, Lauren Poulter, Ari Winters, Taylor Yoakum, Katerina Marinkovic, athletic trainer Crystal Rush, strength and conditioning coach Tim Murray, volunteer assistant Andy LeBeau, director of operations Taylor Lloyd, assistant head coach Jessica Aschenbrenner, associate head coach Caitlin Opitz, and head coach Tom Hogan. And finally, will the captains of the Pioneers please come forward and accept the championship trophy? The Pioneers will represent the Summit League in the NCAA Volleyball Championship. Please tune in on Sunday, December 1st at 7:30 p.m. Central Time for the Volleyball Selection Show, available on ncaa.com.
Congratulations to all of this weekend's participants for advancing to the 2019 Volleyball Championship and for showcasing the great sport of volleyball to the fans of the Summit League. Let's show all these fine student athletes our appreciation one more time. Also, a special thanks to Vice Chancellor Carlton Creech, Head Coach Tom Hogan, Championship Manager Cindy Nagai, and all the staff members here at the University of Denver who have given their time to run this championship event. Best of luck to the Denver Pioneers in the NCAA Championship. Thank you for your attendance and appreciation of these fine student athletes. Have a safe trip home.
The Pioneers are champions once again, and we're joined by the tournament MVP, Lydia Bartalo. Lydia, congratulations, first of all. How did this play out? Because when we talked to Coach Hogan at the very beginning of the season, he would say, we've got a lot of improvement. We got a lot of new faces. Kaya's not out there. Taylor's not out there. And so give us the big picture. It was a long journey to get to this point, but once again, you guys are champs.
Yeah, I mean, comparing this game to the rest of the season, it's been a lot of improvement and growth that we've had. We have a lot of young people on our team, so just making sure they were within our systems and that type of thing. We all really grew together, and I think this game really showed that.
Yeah, talk about this game, because Omaha came in beating South Dakota. They got a ton of momentum. You guys are at home. They played 2 matches. You only had to play 1. So how did that all kind of play out throughout this afternoon?
I mean, Omaha played great. They're a really fun team to play, and they always give it their all. And so we knew today was going to be a fun battle, and they proved that we're going to have to put our all into it. And I'm glad with the way the game went. It was a really fun team to play.
Certainly, the Pioneers victorious. How could you not be? Throughout the season and the matches that I've done, I've sat over here and over again during the crucial points of the game, where those plays where the momentum could swing either way, the team continued to go to you. You continued to get fed the ball, whether you were serving or get some chances on offense. How were you able to capitalize in those moments and step up when the team needed you the most?
I mean, just the fact that the team was confident in me and had enough trust in me to put me in that situation is something that is so important. And having that, you're just willing to go up and swing every time, knowing they have your back too. So I think we trusted a lot of people with that, and I'm just really glad that they were confident in me.
Okay, last year, we know if you've been following the Pioneers, you weren't able to pull it out in this one. So for the returning players, much like yourself, how important was it? How good does it feel right now to be able to come back and win this tournament championship?
I mean, all season it's in the back of your mind, even though you don't want it to be. It's something that's hard to ignore, but it's really exciting to get the win finally.
All right, how do you take this momentum, enjoy this one, and then you get to go to the NCAA tournament once again? Every year you've been here, you've been in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
One, how special is that for this team to go to the NCAA tournament again? And what are the goals for the tournament?
I mean, it's awesome to make the tournament again. It's something not everyone can say they do. And so just continuing to grow throughout this rest of the off-season type thing where we're going to keep improving. We want to go in and keep playing hard throughout the first round and see what we can do out there.
Lydia, congratulations on being a champion again and the tournament MVP, and so spending some time with us over here.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Pioneers are champions once again, as we're joined by the champion head coach here, Tom Hogan. Coach, you're able to get back to the finals. You've been here 7 consecutive years into this final match, and you pull out the win this year. What does it mean to the program today to be able to beat a good Omaha team playing with a lot of confidence after that win over South Dakota? They were able to come in here, but you eventually win the championship.
Yeah, it means a lot. The Summit League is at an all-time high in terms of level of play. This entire tournament has been a really high-level tournament, and credit to Omaha. They're playing amazing defense. Their transition offense was really good as well. They put a lot of pressure on us, but I really like the way our team responded. We kept our cool. Even when we lost that third set, we came back with an aggressive mindset. We could have just folded, but we decided to battle back, and I'm really proud of our team.
Highlight a few of the players, if you will, or maybe the entire team, whoever you think is deserving here on a day like today where they're at home, so that's the good news. Pioneers incredibly difficult on this floor to beat, but they were able to step up. Bartala, we just talked with her.
Right.
She makes big plays every time she's asked of it in the crucial moments, but it's a real all-around win for the Pioneers.
Yeah, absolutely. It was an all-around team win, but Lydia played fantastic. I think the MVP award was very deserving. She made just incredible plays at really difficult times. When the ball was an out-of-system set 20 feet off the net, she found a way to score. She just has amazing overhead ball control, and you saw that tonight, but we've seen it all year as well. Tina Bowe did a fantastic job. She's really that front row quarterback, and she did a great job. I think she hit for over 400 tonight. And even they were focusing in on trying to stop her as well. So for her to hit that was just really amazing. And then Amanda Green did a fantastic job back there with Macy Carabine passing. They targeted her. They put a lot of pressure on her for both the semifinals and the finals. And she responded. She did just a fantastic job.
Coach, we've talked a lot over the course of the season, even before the first match, about this team has so much talent. They're young. We've got some new pieces here. We're going to ask a lot of some of the younger players, some players that haven't stepped up without Kaya out there. How much has it been for you, just the journey from the beginning till now, to be playing your best volleyball?
Yeah, like I said from the beginning, the season was going to be really different than previous seasons. We didn't have that experience on the floor. We didn't have the players that we just plugged in. We turned over 40% of our roster. So I knew it was going to take some time for us to, get the feel of playing with each other, to learn our systems, and that's what it took. It took time. We definitely took some stumbles there at the beginning, but with the work of my fantastic staff and the dedication by the players, we definitely peaked here at the end.
All right, you've got this championship, but you want more. You're heading to the NCAA tournament. We don't know who you're going to play.
Right.
You've got a little tune-up against the Rams, right, against Colorado State. So how do you handle the next week to 2 weeks before you actually play another match?
Yeah, and that's what that match is exactly going to be. We're going to treat it like an NCAA match. We're definitely going to develop a lot of the depth because depth is one of our strengths. So we're going to play a lot of people against CSU. They're a very good team. I think they're ranked 12th in the coaches poll. They are fantastic, and so that will be a great challenge for us, and hopefully that will prepare us for the first round.
And it's going to give you a lot of time to practice, not just for that match. You don't know who you're facing, so that's a difficult part. But once again, heading to the NCAA tournament, Summit League tournament champs. Coach, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.